Welcome back to the channel that shows you how to waste all of your time life skilling. My name is Teddy and I'm often asked about fishing gear and which one to use for which situation. So today I'll be going down which fishing gear is right for you and the situations that they're best used for. Before we get into it, this is not going to be a guide on how to make the most money or how to power level fishing. This is mainly for the newer players and those returning and want to jump into fishing and don't understand which gear is right and which ones they should be using where. If you do find this helpful though, be sure to leave a like, share this around, and be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know which fishing gear you like to use. And without wasting any more time, let's just jump into it. Before even looking at the fishing rods, fishing clothes is extremely important too. Not only do fishing clothes speed up fishing, but some do give more experience and others give more mastery to catch those red grade fish easier. A starter set of fishing clothes can be obtained from Creo after completing his questline, which can also be found here in the professional version can be bought from the luxury vendor also, or rewarded throughout the challenge tab. All of the fishing clothes can be turned into a costume using an equipment tailoring coupon for more experience depending on which one you used, with the plus 10 being the highest using the professional fisher's uniform. The next set of clothes we can choose is the silver embroidered fisherman clothes. These are great for leveling fishing with having a plus 5% fishing experience at base and plus 40% fishing experience at plus 5%. Enhancing these will require the same set of clothes, will break on failing, or consume one base clothes when successful. Fail stacks can be used, though crons cannot be. These can either be made using a costume mill or can be bought off the central market. The next set of clothes are the Mastery clothes, Logia, Creo, and Manos. All are great for increasing fishing mastery or the chances of getting those prized red grade fish. The easiest clothes to get are both the Logia and Creo, being able to be bought from Zarya here in Velia or the central market. Manos, however, has to be either crafted, bought using the golden fish seals earned from the Imperial Fish deliveries, or can be bought off the central market. Enhancing Logia is easier than Creo, and Manos is the hardest. All Mastery clothes have a fixed rate, meaning no fail stacks, no crons can be used, and the enhancement level will fail when failing. These can all be repaired using either the base version of the same clothes you're choosing like with Logia, or memory fragments can also be used like with Manos. Now we can talk about the rods. Starting out with the rods, we have the basic rods that can be used to level fishing. These rods range from the lesser old fishing rod up to the steel fishing rod. Getting these are simple with needing a tool workshop, vendors like Dio at the Sea Palace over here in the Land of the Morning Light, and lastly, some can be bought off the central market. All these rods cannot be branded or repaired, so once the durability hits 0, they have to be trashed. Getting started with the special rods, we have the golden rod. This rod is a simple one with only providing plus 3 fishing, but it does help start fishing easier before needing to specialize in what kind of fishing you're choosing to do. These cannot be repaired, branded, but they can be bought off the central market or can be made using a tool workshop too. The next rod, which will most likely be the first rod most will use, is the Folkhair's fishing rod. This is rewarded from the season pass using a season tune. It gives plus 1 to fishing and can be repaired, but sadly will only last until you graduate. This cannot be sold or branded either. Moving on, we have hands down one of the most popular fishing rods in Black Desert, the Balanos fishing rod. These rods are king of AFK fishing, having decreased auto fishing time down to 12% at plus 10. Coupled with the Creo's chair, the Balanos can have your auto fish time down to 65%, which is the cap. This rod is perfect for most fishing events, AFK fishing while you sleep, or when you're just not in the mood to play the fishing minigame. Next, we have the Etheria fishing rod. Anyone will easily tell you how bad this rod is with it having only the increased durability and no other special features to it, but hear me out on this. The Etheria rod is perfect for those hotspot fishing if you don't have a triple float rod and you've already gotten your mystic fish. These are also great while having an active fishing event like the pufferfish event. The plus 10 Etheria fishing rod comes with 150 durability, allowing you to active fish those hotspots longer. If you have a better suggestion on the Etheria rod, let me know down in the comments below. After the pufferfish event, I've been looking for another use for the rod. While you're down there, be sure to leave a like if you're finding this helpful. All the help is appreciated and it will grow the channel. But jumping back into the rods, we have the next choice being the Calphion rod. This rod comes with plus 1% catch big fish and at plus 10 gives plus 11% when fully enhanced. This is perfect for those fishing for the big fish like the blue grade marlin or swordfish, gaining fish knowledge, or just trying to beat those fish guide rankings. This can affect the rare fish too, with some of the yellow grade fish being in the big fish table, so keep that in mind. The next rod we can choose is the Medea rod. Unlike the Calafion rod, this rod comes with plus 1% rare fish catch chance at base and plus 5% when fully enhanced. This is best for those looking to catch those rare fish like the yellow grade sunfish, for example. All these fishing rods can be branded to reduce the repair cost and durability loss. These rods can also be made from the workshop or can just be bought off the central market at any enhancement level. But now, there's one final rod we can get. This is going to be the triple float rod, which is great for active or hotspot fishing, but for me, these rods are best used out in Megoria while active fishing. At a glance, these rods have reduced durability and no other real bonuses to them. But when fishing, the triple float rod has a chance of fishing up 3 fish at a single time. These are one of the only rods that can't be crafted but instead have to have a weekly quest completed just to earn 3 of them a week, but don't worry, these can easily be bought off the central market too. The triple float rod cannot be branded or repaired, so try not to waste it. Fishing rods aren't the only gear for fishing. We can make lures or we can buy them off the central market, so let's take a look at them. The maple float is just like the Medea rod, having rare fish catch chance. This will need artisan, but at plus 10 will give a nice plus 5% to increase the chances of getting those yellow grade fish. The next lure we have is the ash tree float. This will increase the chances of catching those big fish by 1% at base and a max of plus 5% at max 10. Using one does require professional one fishing. The last lure we're able to get is the palm tree lure, which in my opinion is a complete waste. This can only be obtained once you collect all 5 mystic fish and choose it over the special title. This lure is the exact same as a plus 10 maple float, but it cannot be enhanced. Not only that, but the lure will require Master 31 or higher to use, so if anyone has any information on why we can even choose this, let me know down in the comments below. I'm curious on why it's an option. Like with the fishing rods, all the floats can be branded and made using a tool workshop or bought off the central market. Lastly, we can take a look at the chairs we can grab. The green grade Creo's chair only gives plus 100 fishing mastery, while the blue grade sturdy chair also has negative 5% to auto fishing time. Getting a green grade chair can be done using a carpentry workshop or can be bought off the central market, while the blue can only be obtained while using 5 broken bottles at Creo here in Valia. Now, if fishing rods aren't what you're looking for, we do have other options like the Harpoons. Tool workshops in Ilia Island can make both the green grade and blue grade harpoons. There is no real difference other than the durability and the material cost, so if you can only make the green, that's fine. Harpoons cannot be branded, and once the durability is gone, they must be tossed out. These can be bought off the central market too if you don't have a tool workshop ready. One last thing about harpoons, though we can't use a lure, we still can use the Creo's fishing chair, which will increase the mastery for helping getting those red grade fish. Next, we have the artifacts and the Lightstone combinations we can get. First, we have the fishing experience and mastery artifacts, or the generic life artifacts can also be used. Fishing experience is great for those trying to level fishing, obviously, while the mastery artifacts are great for trying to increase the chances of catching prized fish. Jumping down to the Lightstone combinations, I'll be excluding the obvious experience combinations like the best stance, big catch, seasoned fisher, or the choice and focus fishing, and the mastery like reflex, dancing fish, and fisher's secret. These are great for trying to power level fishing or hitting a better mastery bracket, but there's a few combinations that stand out and in my opinion could help out a lot more. For the AFK fisher, we have nibbles. This is a great combination with having negative 15% auto fish time, plus 10% fishing experience, plus 20 fishing mastery, and lastly, plus 1 to fishing. Making one of these needs 1 Flora Lightstone Patience, Bite, 1 Wind Lightstone Lung, and lastly, an Iridescent Lightstone. Using this combination with a plus 10 Balanos fishing rod is perfect for hitting that 65% auto fish time reduction cap without needing the Marvelous Balax lunchbox. The next combination is whaling. This comes with plus 6% chance to catch big fish, plus 10% fishing experience, plus 20 fishing mastery, and the same plus 1 to fishing. Making this will need the same patience and bite Flora Lightstone, Iridescent Lightstone, but this combination uses a feather wind Lightstone instead. This combination is great for those wanting to record bigger fish in the fish guide. The last combination, which is my personal favorite when it comes to harpooning, is the sharp-eyed seagull combination. This comes with plus 5% chance to catch rare fish, plus 10% fishing experience, plus 20 mastery, plus 20 fishing mastery, and plus 1 to fishing. Making this will take the same bite, patient, and iridescent lightstone, but like the last combination, we'll use a fortune winds lightstone instead. This combination is perfect for those looking to increase their rare fish they catch while normal fishing and harpooning like what I do. All the floral lightstones can be found while life skilling, and the wind and iridescent lightstones can be found while mob grinding or the dark rift bosses, purifying using alchemy, or exchanging using Dalashian. Alternatively, all the stones needed can also be bought off the central market too. Now, crystals in my opinion are completely subjective, but they can help out in certain situations. I do highly suggest you play around with your own crystals and don't take which ones I use as the best in slot. These mainly work out for me and they might not work out for you. So again, play around with them and figure out which ones work out for you. Now, starting out with the crystals, for those needing more mastery, the Vital Fishing Crystal adds plus 10 to fishing mastery and there is no limit to how many can be used. But if leveling is more up your alley, the Fishing Life Crystal is the one to choose. These add plus 5% fishing experience for each, just like with the Vital Crystals, and have no limit. The Forest Crystal needed to make these can be found either fishing out in the Land of the Morning Light, or by sniper hunting at the Wild Game Reserve. Vital and Life Crystal can also be bought off the Central Market. Another option we have for fishing is weight, and if you're familiar with Summer's Crystal preset chart, you'll know all about the weight preset. If not, I'm gonna leave a link in the description down below and I highly suggest you take a look at it. Now, after all the crystals and artifacts, now we can take a look at Shim Cheong's Miraculous Fish Tank, which in my opinion is needed for any fishing. This fish tank can hold up to 50 fish for double the time it takes to expire, allowing for the fish to be stored up to a week depending on the location where you're fishing. To get the fish tank, you'll need to head over to the Sea Palace here in the Land of the Morning Light using the portal here and speak to Dio. He'll have you catch 3 green fish every week for 4 weeks until you get 4 iridescent seashells. These shells can be taken to Shim Cheong after all 4 are obtained to unlock a hidden quest that rewards the fish tank. This fish tank is not bound to family, can only be stored remotely in a storage when empty. When using any fish for a quest, the fish must be taken out of the tank first or the NPC will not see the fish. How many times can you say fish in one sentence, right? We do have pets we can take a look at that will help out with our fishing. Firstly, any pet that has a special auto fishing time reduction. This can put down auto fishing time to 65% when using a Balix lunchbox and the Creo's fishing chair. Durability pets are another good pet to take a look at with having the durability reduction. And if weight is a problem, any pet that will increase the weight limit is also a good option. Of course, obviously, any pet that has the life experience will also do, and any pet that gives fishing experience plus 5% is also a good one. But the last thing that we can take a look at may not be fishing gear, but will help out fishing immensely, are the variety of boats that we can obtain. Of course, using any of the Carracks will be the best, but the Etheria sailboat or frigate can still be used for fishing. There's one downside of those though. Using a Bartali sailboat or higher will not allow for harpooning. This is where the Etheria cog comes in. This boat is great for having speed using the breezy sail skill without needing the sailing experience or the several months grinding for a better boat. But most importantly, this lets us harpoon as long as you're in a harpooning fish table. There's a downside to this, however. Unlike the sailboats or frigates, the cog's durability cannot be restored, meaning once it hits 0, the speed is reduced and it loses its breezy sail skill, meaning you'll have to trash it. A new cog can easily be made using a shipyard in Euphoria, or can be bought using loyalty. Now this should help you decide which fishing gear is right for you and which gear calls for which situation. Now it's a shame we don't get any type of Manos fishing rod, chair, or a harpooning fishing boat, something that Probus should really look into. It shouldn't be too hard to head out to Megoria or just stand there in Velia Beach and start making billions in no time. If you want to see another topic covered, be sure to leave it down in the comments below and I'll see you in the next one. Keep gathering out there.